Hello everybody, I'm Françoise Wilhelmi de Toledo. I'm a medical doctor and head of the research department of the clinics Buchinger Wilhelmi in Marbella, south of Spain, and Überlingen, south of Germany. I have myself followed more than thousands of fasting persons, guide them, and fast myself since more than 40 years. I would like to share with you some of the results and the publications we have made in 2019. Some of them are the first in the world concerning humans who fast for longer periods of time. We were interested to know what is happening to the microbiome during the fasting. You know, when you fast, you stop eating and your metabolism switch to mobilize the fat as a food for your cells. So the digestive system is bypassed. There is a sort of rest for the stomach and especially for the guts and the digestive organs. So what is happening to our guests if the host is not providing them food from outside anymore? There is a huge change and shift in the composition of the microbiome. Some cells go down. Altogether, the abundance of cells is reduced. And we notice that some particular bacteria, for instance, the one who degrade dietary polysaccharides like Lactobacillus and Rumninococcaceae, they have impossible names, I tell you. They are reduced, which is understandable since they don't get food anymore. In the contrary, we see other bacteria who feed out of the host cells. Like, you know, in the mucosal walls of the gut, you have the cells which desquamate all the time. They fall in the lumen and they are eaten by these microbes. There was a concomitant increase in other bacteria called Bacteroides or Protobacteria. These ones, they feed on the cells produced out of desquamation of the mucosal walls of the gut. And during the fasting, you have a big desquamation, you have an atrophy of the mucosal wall of the guts. This has been proved in mice. And because the gut is not used anymore, so it atrophies like a lot of other organs during the fasting, meaning that you eliminate all the cells which are senescent, meaning a little bit old, and the ones who are damaged, even structures who are damaged. And then after the fasting, in the moment where you bring back the food, you will have an extraordinary regeneration of the mucosal walls. In our study, there was 15 healthy persons, males, who fasted 10 days and had 5 days of this refeeding period we call the regeneration period. They were doing the Buchinger Wilhelmi program, which is a program giving 250 calories in form of fruit juices and very clear broth, vegetable broth, and a little bit of honey, a lot of fluids, and a multi-dimensional program with exercise and also with rest. And all this program is based on 3 dimensions: the physical, medical dimension, the community, and also a sort of emotional, spiritual dimension. Now, when we consider our values, we can say these people were healthy at the beginning. They had probably a healthy microbiome. And then when you measure them, 3 months later, they came back to the centers. We got the stool samples again, and they have switched back to the initial status, meaning that during the fasting you have a shift in this population of bacteria which get back to normal, at least in normal healthy persons. We hope that this study documenting what's happening in the human microbiome during periodic fasting, it's the first one in the world, is going to give a good basics to understand other conditions. For instance, what happens to pathological microbiome for people having some diseases or illnesses. We hope, of course, that this gives a possibility to reduce the microbiome populations and then rebuild them in a proper way. Meaning that the refeeding period, the regeneration period, has an extremely great importance, and probably in the future we will document that according to the conditions you have, you will need one or another type of nutritional strategy after the fasting. So I hope you will feel like reading this article. It has been published in the Journal of Nutritional Science, and it's available for everyone. Thank you very much for watching this video.